Hello there, my name is Josh MacPhearson, the creator of The Mysterious Mrs. E, and I have been a creator and writer nearly all my life, creating characters that have stayed with me since my early childhood. My first comic that I feel set me on the path for a show like this was a self-published comic called Ariel High School Devil Girl, which ran for several issues in the early 90s, when representation was still facing a difficult time. Thanks to its underground roots, I was able to cover issues that affected me as a teen at the time, from bullying to racism and LGBTQ issues that I still feel are relevant today. And it was important to me to humanize people whose very humanity were being stripped from them and denied them, and show them that through trial and tribulation that they were better people than the peer groups around them that sought to keep them in their place. Then, on June 26, 2015, my 7th year in the United States, something groundbreaking happened.
This morning, the Supreme Court recognized that the Constitution guarantees marriage equality. In doing so, they've reaffirmed that all Americans are entitled to the equal protection of the law. That all people should be treated equally, regardless of who they are or who they love. This decision will end the patchwork system we currently have. It will end the uncertainty hundreds of thousands of same-sex couples face from not knowing whether their marriage, legitimate in the eyes of one state, will remain if they decide to move or even visit another. This ruling will strengthen all of our communities by offering to all loving same-sex couples the dignity of marriage across this great land.
That such an event remains controversial today is still something that understandably concerns me, but it did pave the way for steps forward in the LGBTQ representation on every level in the media that still has varying effects of successful execution. But the fact that shows like Steven Universe, She-Ra and The Owl House have pushed things forward to a young audience that was denied a reality in order to protect them from something that was clearly no threat to them inspired me to go back to a world that was already 20 years in the making. Mrs. E was a concept that involved an unassuming tea lady who runs a tea shop in the middle of all reality, and I wanted her to be every woman. A character that broke the normal ideal of the female action hero. I wanted a character that people of all ages, gender, identity and sexuality could look up to, but more importantly, to me personally, a group of people oftentimes relegated in the entertainment media as a curiosity or put in the background as their able-bodied counterparts threw themselves into the action. Aileen, I feel, is the most important representation to me personally as a character who, whilst wheelchair-bound, is not held back by what others normally see as her weakness. She was inspired by the cosplayer Misa on Wheels, who made her disability a very able strength to inspire others. For several years I was wheelchair-bound, and even now struggle from time to time to walk or even do something as simple or as mundane as stand without a cane. But I have done my best not to let such things limit me in any way. I pitched Mrs. E in its live-action form to several producers in 2020 and I got a positive response. But as I wait for something to happen from such a pitch, the response I got encouraged me to create The Mysterious Mrs. E, an animated show tying into my original universe, focusing primarily on the Aileen avatar of the tea lady. When I pitched it on Casting Call Club, I was overwhelmed by the amount of auditions I got and the excitement from the cast I eventually pulled together, who have put in so much work into the pilot alone and helped me with my own social anxiety that Aileen herself suffers from in the show. I'm excited for the direction we have going for The Mysterious Mrs. E, hopefully in creating a new form of entertainment for children, teens and young adults who alike look towards something that will not only inspire them but help create a positive message that together we can not only be strong but a force for change for the betterment of others. And honestly, I can't imagine an ideal or a project that could be closer to my heart.